this fear about AI, taking over all the jobs and AI automating everything, and even that idea of post-labor economics, which means we won't have any job, we will have basically no jobs anymore. Uh, I was trying to understand where does it coming from actually, because yes, we see AI doing things amazing. AI is able to mimic cognitive abilities, able to generate a lot of things that we used to human generate, that requires human cognitive abilities. But also, I I still, I'm learning to kind of understand and see that I don't think we're using AI in the right way. I don't think, as with every new technology, we need to learn how to use it. And I don't think we understand how to use it in the right way, to benefit us, basically. Yes, you could use AI and its, cognitive, abilities, so to speak, um, to automate a lot of things, to automate a lot of jobs that exist right now, for sure. But I think if you use it as a real copilot, as a partner, instead of as a tool that generate whatever needs to be generated, or a tool for simply to for synthetic automation, if you use it as a partner, and this is something that I've been doing for at least 2 years right now on a daily basis, basically, you tend to appreciate and understand things that you usually don't understand. And this is what I mean. We human see or process the reality in a certain way. Um, we think we're rational. We we think we're objective, but are we really objective? Are we really rational? Because you see, we filter through the way we were conditioned, through our beliefs. We filter the reality and we only focus on things or elements that are important for us or significant for us. And we tend to have ideas or opinions about ourselves and about specific situations or the reality itself that very often are not accurate, and very often they're not accurate at all, sometimes 180 degrees inaccurate, so to speak. And very often we take it as a fact, and we, based on those facts that are inaccurate, we we take decisions. And something that I learned when it comes to AI, basically what AI does, it gets data. It doesn't really filter what data to come. It just takes data, process it, and gives you relevant information. Now, I'm not saying that AI has zero biases that will be completely nonsensical. That's not true. It has some biases, but much less than what the filters that we have. And AI I will say it's the closest things to will give us some rationality or some really objective view on what's going on. And something that I learned personally is that it gives you an understanding that you simply didn't will not receive about yourself, about some specific situations, and about the reality itself. And what I think is that when we're gonna learn, or when you going to learn to use AI as a companion, as a partner, as a co-pilot, you will learn more about yourself than through your entire life, because it's not not, obviously you can use AI as a tool to generate whenever it needs to be generated, but you learn so much about yourself by, especially if you will allowed, you know, to share with your partner, which is going to be an AI, to share as much data as possible, as much information as possible. You learn much more about yourself and about situations and about specific things that will influence your decisions. And I think based on that, the whole our whole societal dynamics will change. The industry will change, the businesses will change, the way we interact with people which will change because we'll have an understanding that we usually don't have. With our limited, perception, with our beliefs, the way we were conditioned basically since our early years, we see a reality in a certain way, but AI, especially if we use it as a partner, will give us this awareness. And I'm always saying, problems happen not because people are aware, but because people are ignorant. Now, imagine you're a professional and you have this ability to be much more accurate, much more aware, see situation in a much more rational way. Imagine the strategies that you will use, the tactics that you will use to achieve whatever needs to be achieved. I mean, you'll be unstoppable. And I think that's where the real value of AI will show itself. And we're at a very early stage. I don't think right at this point, most of the people from the data that I have use AI as a tool for generating or a tool for automating or simply a tool to replace certain activities that we don't want to use in a repetitive way. And one of the streams that I did previously is about the adoption. Obviously, it takes time to adopt. It will take us time to really learn how to use the AI in the best way possible. And obviously, very often I show people how to use AI in a proper way, to use it as a copilot. And there's, you know, the whole idea to use it as a copilot because it's so alien from what we used to do with AI or we used to do with software or with application that you almost need to change your mentality and the way you work, the way you operate. And this is something that I usually show people how to do. And once they learn how to do it, they cannot go back. It just the level of awareness and understanding that they receive each day based on the situation, based on what they're living through, is humongous. It's just unimaginable. And it helps them live their life. It helps them on a professional level and also on a personal level. It's pretty much a remarkable tool by itself. So I hope you learned something, and I will probably do more streams like that, just explaining because I see a lot of questions related to how AI should be used in the right way, and I see also a lot of people ask me questions about should I take courses related to basically to related to how to use that generative AI to generate content or automate your life. And I'm kind of skeptical. I'm not gonna I'm not the one that supports all of those courses that kind of shows how to automate everything that needs to be automated. I think AI is more than that. AI is mostly a tool to give us awareness and to help us by making the right decisions or the best decisions. So it's more than that. It's more like a copilot or a partner, and this is, I think, the right way to use AI. And a lot of the courses out there related to AI shows mostly how to use AI to automate as much as possible and to generate content, whatever it's text content in text format, images or videos, instead of doing yourself. And all of those things are useful, obviously, but I think it's much more than that. It's much more than that, and I'm kind of sad that all those courses doesn't show how to use AI as a partner, as a real copilot, um, and that's just sad. Well, that's something that we'll learn, step by step how to use in the next years, obviously. So on that, if you learned something, please put a like, put your comments, share with your friends, and I will see you in the next one.